You might want to say tonight and throughout the day on Sportswire Radio, we're going to be decking the halls because there'll be plenty of Christmas chaos and two men that are going to be a part of giving out some Christmas chaos are going to be a part of the biggest match on the biggest show in the history of BCW. And they're going to talk about that match that's going to decide that BCW championship. And if you saw one of the most recent episodes of BCW TV, you know that the man below me, the founder of BCW, is upset with the state of BCW and how that man took his best friend and also that BCW championship. We're going to talk about those things. We're also going to talk about that ace swagger. We're also going to talk about a man coming on here Tuesday afternoon to talk about the final match of his career in BCW after nearly 5 years. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about here. You might want to say this is an early edition of being here live in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform where all music and all wrestling matters, the only platform, and these two men most certainly helped build. And I know that these men have plenty to say, so I'm going to do that intro, but I'm going to do it as quick as I can because these men have plenty that they want to get off their chest before that Christmas chaos ensues tonight on the BCW YouTube channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show off here in style on Sportswire Radio, the number one global radio station where all music and wrestling matters. So, with that, without further ado, here on the Sports Report, number one global sports show. He is the founder of one of the premier companies around in all of wrestling, BCW. His name is simply but Tsunami! And the man that sits on top of the throne in BCW, the reigning, defending BCW champion. His name is simply but Caden Gallows! Fellas, how are we doing?
It's Christmas Chaos Day. We're ready. We're electric. I'm excited to go one-on-one with this man one more time. This year, it's been a hell of a ride. Everybody at home, thank you guys for watching this. I know it's a little quick to do this today, considering that we got a match coming out a little tonight. But I'm feeling great. How you feeling, Sue?
Ooh, went right into it there. Asking Sue, how Sue, not Tsunami, Sue, he called you Sue.
The disrespect already, and the thing is, he doesn't have any of my respect. He doesn't. If he beats me clean, he will get this much, and he might not care to have my respect, but he should, because deep down he knows that I still run this company, and I'm going to prove that tonight. So I'm in a pissed off mood, and I'm looking for a fight. That's how I'm feeling.
Well, we have a lot to talk about here in a short amount of time. I know you guys are getting ready to go to the BCW arena. You obviously are getting ready for last thoughts and maybe a last workout in and, who knows, whatever else. And I'm going with you, Tsunami, to start things off here live in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, and the platform you and BCW most certainly helped build. Talk to me about why you feel that BCW is, well, let's just say in the...
Yeah. Well, we can start with the champions. Caden Gallows and Ace Swagger. We have two liars, complete liars running the company who go behind people's backs. Everybody, not just me. And it's one thing if they just went behind my back because I haven't been the best person in 2025. So that's one thing. But they go behind everybody's back. Their friends, the fans, myself, everybody, management, everything, just for themselves. They're selfish. They go behind their back. They don't know what it takes. They're still too new to understand what it takes to be good business-wise and to run a company and to lead. And Caden Gallows could be a great champion. He could be a very good BCW champion. But the fact that he's a liar and the fact that Ace Swagger is a liar is the hardcore champion, we're on a downward slope because we can't have people like that running the company. We just can't. And Ace Swagger, I thought was going to be a star. But now he will not amount to anything because he's hiding behind Caden Gallows, and Caden Gallows is nothing but a phony.
Ooh. Well, you did talk about Ace Swagger and what Caden Gallows did, and that was your friend. Not only your friend, but your best friend. And that certainly, as I could see, Tsunami, that definitely caught you completely off guard.
Yeah, I thought he was my best friend. Apparently so. He was never my friend at all. He was they've been calling him the sleeper agent that infiltrated my ranks and
sleeper cell. Who knew we had that in backyard wrestling?
He was the insurance policy for Caden Gallows. When Caden Gallows was in the ring against me at ScareSlam and realized he couldn't hack it, and he realized that he was about to get beat and embarrassed, he had Ace Swagger come out, take the title out of my hands, and distract me, and Caden Gallows won the match. Now, could Caden Gallows beat me one-on-one without anyone's help? We'll find out tonight, because unless he brings Ace Swagger, but he did tell me that he was going to come alone. I can't trust him because he hasn't proven that he's anything but a liar. But if he comes and shows up tonight and beats me one-on-one, then I will be able to say that Caden Gallows, you can beat me and you are worthy of being BCW champion. I'm not going to lie and admit that Caden Gallows can beat me one-on-one if he does tonight. So we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, that's a lot that you said there. And I know I have to go right back to you, champ, because you have just heard what Tsunami said, and everybody was talking about what Tsunami said here a couple weeks ago on BCW TV. And I'm going to have to ask you in your responses to what Tsunami just said here.
Tom, you gave me a pretty interesting piece of advice the last time I was on here. And I'm going to tell you exactly what he said, Sue.
I remember it.
You can never trust anybody in this business.
Nope, you cannot trust BCA. We talked about this. You were here a couple weeks ago, right after you won the title.
Yep, you can't trust people in this business, and I think that's something that my predicament with Christensen. Whenever we'll have our match, that'll come.
Who knows what his future is?
Who knows what's going on with that? But I mean, that's something that you probably should have kept your eyes open to. Why do you think that Ace just had this fixation that quick to come help you out? Why do you think that of all people in BCW that he could have sided with, he went after the main person in the company? Don't you think that's something you probably should have kept your eyes open for? Maybe sensed it crawling up on you. But the fact of the matter is that Ace Swagger will one day surmount way more than you and I ever will. And that's
what you said in the promo. You said that you expect Ace Swagger to perform in front of tens of thousands of people on live TV. And we know your story. We know where you just came through. Oh, how about this place called Black and Brave where Ox McCoy lives not too far from where this guy Seth Rollins runs? A school that you just, like I said, came from. And that's what you expect Ace Swagger to be in a matter of a few years. Watching on live TV where he's performing in front of tens of thousands of people.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I know I said it last week. Ace just has something. He has the it factor. He has what Maxwell Reeves has, and that might pain you to hear, Tsunami, since your rivalry with Maxwell Reeves doesn't really end as proper as you might think it might. But the fact of the matter is that coming tonight, you want Ace out of this equation, and I'm going to hold true to that. I know we said you can't trust a lot of people in this business, but for you, to finally gain a sliver of trust and respect, I will abide by your rules because I know I can beat you clean. I didn't ask Tommy Good to come out in the last man standing match at American Anarchy and help me win. I could have lost that match fair and square. You could have beat me right there, but I beat you guys next time around in a triple threat match. I beat you clean before. And I promise you tonight, no interferences, just you and me, damn good wrestling. We're going to put on a show. And after that, whatever happens, if we go our separate ways after that, it's fine with me. But I will prove to you tonight that Caden Gallows is defending this title without any distractions for you, and you will have your wish.
And you can watch the show here coming up on the BCW YouTube channel, and that's going to take place here at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So we are now just over 6 hours away from that. You can hit the sub button for BCW. And Mr. Gallows, I may even give you a contact after we're off the air because Mr. McCoy, who lives not too far away from a place you just came from, said, yeah, we'll connect you. I'll connect you to Mr. McCoy, and you may have another place to go should you keep that BCW championship. But, I want to go back to what Tsunami said, not just here, but also on BCW TV, and that you said, Tsunami, that Caden Gallows long ago should have been a world champion. Caden Gallows is a guy that we just said came from Black and Brave, was trained by Seth Rollins' school. Seth Rollins, he talked about when he was on here on Sportswire. He talked about Seth Rollins appeared on the screen and talked to Caden Gallows and his fellow classmates. So really, at this point, I mean, Caden Gallows should have been a world champion. He's no underdog. And what you basically implied is that Caden Gallows is a fraud.
Well, and yes, Caden Gallows is a fraud, but to his credit, if I can give him any here, I don't know if it is his fault or not, but before our Scare Slam match, he was being portrayed as this, Rocky-like story because, he had the Rocky music in the back and it made me look like I was Drago and I was some big evil monster. Like Caden Gallows isn't bigger and stronger than me. Caden Gallows has been trained by former world champions, and he's been trained by people that are phenomenal backyard wrestlers. So for him to come back and for the company, whether Caden Gallows was like, hey, can you use this song? Hey, can you use these clips? Hey, can you do this? Or if it was just the company's idea, like the management and people that edit and make our little promo videos and stuff, if it was their idea, whoever it was, they're stupid. And they don't understand that Caden Gallows should be the favorite sometimes in these matches. He should be the BCW champion, and he is now, but not in the way that I thought he was going to be champion. But that was my problem with that. He is not a Rocky. We're all from Philadelphia. Every one of us is from Philadelphia. So if that's the choice,
to be fair, the Eagles won the Super Bowl last year. We have 2 Super Bowl wins from the Eagles.
I'm wearing an Eagles hat in this video. That's an Eagles hat right there. We're all Eagles fans, and I know I'm wearing a Blackhawks jersey right now. This is Christmas themed. This is a Griswold jersey.
I wasn't going to bring up the Blackhawks jersey, the irony of that, but, listen, the Flyers have certainly had their struggles over the past several years. Yeah. Maybe that's why. No, I got that. I'm a hockey guy as well. But, there was something else, and I want to give Caden this opportunity to answer this once I ask you this question, because you said this isn't going to be a wrestling match. This is going to be a fight, and that you're going to take that BCW championship away from him through fight. It's going to be, let's just say, like the Broad Street Bullies. Let's just say it's going to be like those famous hockey fights like you used to see back in the day, and everybody played on the NHL Electronics Arts games from whether it was N64, PlayStation. You go figure them all out. NHL 19, NHL 18, when we still had fights. You said that tonight it's not going to be a wrestling match. It's going to be a fight. And how does that favor you, Tsunami?
It favors me because I have a little more passion and a little more anger, and I'm a little more pissed off than Caden Gallows is, and I have something to work for, and I have reasons that I'm fighting that I think will motivate me a little bit more than Caden Gallows. And one is to take back my BCW championship, and because he wronged me and he lied to me, and he is the reason why I thought I had a best friend who ripped my damn heart out. And so I'm going to take some of my anger that I have for Ace Swagger, and there is so much. I'm going to take some of it out on Caden Gallows tonight. And that's why I think that when we go hand to hand and when we start fighting, my punches are going to feel a little bit stronger, and I'm going to get the advantage, and I'm going to win the match.
Caden Gallows, what Tsunami just said, he's going to really come at you well, no pun intended, or maybe pun intended to you, like a tsunami. Your response.
Fine speech, Sue. You know, everything you said.
He went with Sue again. He called him Sue.
Everything you said had, perfect rhyme and perfect reason. But there's one teeny problem, is that you're just not good enough to beat me. You're not good enough to beat me in any sense. And I will give you your credit that you have beaten me before. And in maybe one of the most humiliating times of my BCW career, that did come. But you keep painting me as this person who's going behind the scenes, putting my name out for everything, trying to manipulate how I get my promos done, how I get my video packages done. And you think that I'm all of this, and it's taking over your mind, and it's taking your eye off the ball. You are fixated on the wrong stuff right now, sir. Ooh. This is not what you should be fixated on. What are we, 6 hours away from the show?
Just your over 6 hours. Yep, 6 hours away past showtime. Yep.
Your mental is not in the right place. And I'm telling you that honestly, because I've been there before. And I want you to get clear. I want to see the best version of Tsunami tonight. I don't want to see Tsunami who's going to lie on the floor, get his ass beat, and then cry about, oh, I didn't beat Caden because this happened or that happened. Because guess what? The fact of the matter is after I beat you tonight, you're not getting another rematch for this. This is your one-time pass. This is your hall pass to get your title back. And if you don't beat me, I don't want to see you in the main event picture after this.
Well, whoa, Caden. But there was something else that you should know. That Tsunami said that he may not be the best wrestler. He may not have been the guy that has what you've gone through and went through. But this year, overall, pound for pound, he has been the best in BCW. And from what he said on BCW 182, check it out, BCW YouTube channel, hit that sub button if you're here right now for him for the first time. But he is going to prove to you why he was the best wrestler in BCW this year and why he's going to end this year with your championship.
Well, simple enough. I wasn't there for almost 4 of the months of the year, so it's kind of hard to claim that you're the best pound-for-pound wrestler when the best isn't there full-time. So we'll see how this goes tonight, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a spoiler. Tsunami is not getting his title back. Ace Swagger will not be out there against my will because I told him not. And Caden Gallows is retaining the title tonight. And I'm just going to keep this ball rolling. Last year was the year of Tsunami. Next year is the year of Caden Gallows. 2026 is my year. Nobody's losing that. 2027 will be my year too because no one's taking the title off of me this year. No one's taking the title off of me next year. And it damn sure ain't going to be you.
Well, let's get to some comments here. I know we've only got X amount of time with the guys because they are getting ready to go to the BCW arena and get ready because we are now just over 6 hours away from showtime, the historic BCW Christmas Chaos 3. The chaos has already ensued here on Sportswire Radio, and it is a very busy day for us as well because we are going to be here later on tonight with the head coach of the old Westbury Panthers women's soccer team, Jeff Litwin. But in the meantime, we're going to kick to the comments. Zilla's here first. You know that Zilla wouldn't miss this one. Mr. McCoy is here, and he wanted to say hello. And thank you. We gave Mr. McCoy's comment earlier to Caden. We'll connect. Hit the sub button for BCW. Please do that. Enjoy the Christmas Chaos. It's going to be the best yet. And we know somebody else wants to say howdy. And also the Dawn of Combat, AJ Harrison, not too far from you guys in the BCW arena, says a fight sounds interesting. Yes, it is. And there is somebody that I think Tsunami. I'm pretty sure you may recognize who's in that photo. And he says, Caden will end this man. You face ring a bell for you, Tsunami?
Yeah, unfortunately. Caden has tried to end me like 5 different times, and he hasn't been able to do it. Not once. There's no one. I've been here for 4.5 years. And the fact that Ace Swagger is in this watching and is saying that Caden Gallows is going to end me. Just wait until 2026. I've said this multiple times, and I will say it as many times as I can. Once this year is done, Ace Swagger, I'm going to do things to you that I can't verbalize here on the Sportswire Radio. I'm going to do things to you that I'm going to make you quit wrestling. I'm going to make you quit wrestling for good. I'm going to make you wish you never joined BCW. I'm going to destroy you, but I'm not going to get my focus put all the way on you. I got to focus on tonight. And once I take my BCW championship back, I'm going straight for A Swagger. That's the first person I'm going after. And yeah, keep doing this, Caden Gallows, and just wait. I'll break your damn hand tonight. How about that?
Oh, it's already ensuing. The Christmas chaos is already ensuing here on Sportswire Radio. But, let me ask you, though, this question, Tsunami, because you said a lot there about A Swagger. You have said a lot about Caden Gallows already, understandably so. But I ask you this question. Going forward in 2026, is BCW big enough for you, A Swagger, and Caden Gallows?
For a few months. I'm going to draw it out. I'm going to draw it out. Caden Gallows can stay. Caden Gallows can stay, and he wrestled and he trained at Black and Brave, and it's a good look for BCW. He can stay. But me as the BCW champion, I'm going to end A Swagger's career. The first thing I want to do is take the hardcore championship off him because that's something he has and cherishes, and I want to take everything he loves. And then by the summer, I'm going to take his whole wrestling career from him, and I'm going to make sure that he never comes back, ever. So yes, A Swagger will be gone in 2026. That's a promise from the founder.
A promise! Basically a guarantee from the founder of BCW, one of the premier companies around in all of wrestling. Boy, Tsunami, he's coming in here like a tsunami on Sportswire Radio. And Zilla says, yes, hello, Zilla. Thank you, Zilla. And hello, yes. And Mr. McCoy would like to tangle with Caden in the future. I've heard rumblings of an event coming later this year on the East Coast that a few IMFers looking to attend. I will certainly connect you there. And Mr. Swagger says you're worried about the wrong guy. But for you, that's a good point. Because I'm curious about this, Tsunami. Now, obviously, we have a lot of respect for you here, for everything you've done in founding BCW and making BCW into what it is today. But are you focused in putting too many eggs in one basket? Because you've got Mr. Gallows coming up, but you repeatedly have focused on Mr. Swagger here and also on BCW 182. Do you have too many eggs in one basket right now?
I'm sure we'll find out tonight, honestly.
Boy.
I feel like as BCW champion, I've known as a former two-time BCW champion, by the way.
Yes, you are.
I've known how to balance many people coming at me at the same time. You have a target on your back at all times as the BCW champion. So I feel like I know how to look forward, but stay focused on the task at hand. So when Caden Gallows has a broken nose or his face is down on the mat and he's getting his butt handed to him by me nonstop for 20 plus minutes today and the main event of Christmas Chaos 3, he'll realize that I can handle A Swagger and Caden Gallows. A Swagger ain't that much to worry about too. I'm not worried about, what A Swagger could possibly do to me because I know that he's nothing without Caden Gallows. He's nothing without Caden Gallows. He was something when Caden Gallows was gone. He was amazing. He was arguably the best thing BCW had before ScareSlam. A Swagger was phenomenal. And now, since he's hiding behind Caden Gallows again, since he's standing in his shadow, A Swagger is pathetic.
Well, that's a lot there that we just heard from Tsunami. And I also want to point out, if you are on Instagram, please follow BCW, and you will that way keep up with all the updates that you hear from when it comes to BCW and such. And Mr. McCoy has a really valid question. Some may say, you can talk, but can you walk the walk? We'll find out tonight, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
We will. Find out. We will. We certainly will.
Walk all 2025.
And I think 2026 we're walking right into it. And who knows? Maybe we need Mr. Swagger to come on here at some point in 26 to respond to some of these things. Tsunami, I think we'll be talking very shortly. Yes, we'll certainly try to connect people. And also, Zilla wants to say, I'm going to say this. I understand Tsunami so well because there is favoritism in BCW. This is something you've been the founder of this company, and you have been certainly very unhappy with the way things are right now at the moment. You have repeatedly said that on BCW TV. You talked about that at the beginning of the show, and Zilla is on your side.
Yeah. I think that if I looked like Caden Gallows and maybe if I went to a wrestling school like Caden Gallows, then BCW would treat me as, especially if I was the BCW champion, treat me as a goddamn star that I am. And you would think that they would anyways, because as well, I founded this company. I don't run anything behind the scenes. I'm just a wrestler here. But you think that they would treat me because I've been here for 4.5 years. But no, I guess maybe I've just, I've ruffled some feathers back there. But I don't need any special treatment. I haven't had special treatment for 4.5 years. I've gone through more lows than anybody else in this company. So when I know what it means to fight back and win a BCW championship, I'm going to show it tonight because I've done it before.
Well, speaking of things, and I know we're getting close to the end of our segment here, I am going to do this because we're going to certainly recognize you here on Sportzwire Radio Tsunami, because I'm going to share my screen, because for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, you've joined the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. So maybe this is a sign of things to come, Tsunami, that you may be getting multiple Christmas gifts and maybe just dishing out plenty of Christmas chaos tonight.
Thank you.
Yes.
Tom, thank you for giving him that at this moment today, because I know he's not going to have the BCW title, so at least he gets a consolation prize out of it.
Boy, it sounds like Tsunami may join the Notre Dame at this point. I mean, boy, at least Tsunami got something. Notre Dame walked away from their consolation prize, but Tsunami certainly got his, according to Caden Gallows. Now, we certainly do not.
This isn't a consolation prize, you egotistical. You're just so that's just that's disrespectful.
No, I'm not egotistical, because here's the thing: I was grateful and honored to be put in the Sportswire Hall of Fame.
So was I. I just said thank you.
I know how to get under your skin, and I can see it right now that you got a little itch right there. You got a little itch here. You got a little itch there. And I know exactly how to manipulate you, and I know how to get in your head.
Oh, okay. Well, we're obviously we're close to the end of the time, because these guys can't see each other. But before we go, it is BCW Day here on all Sportswire Radio platforms, so we will certainly make sure that the founder also gets this. I know you fellas obviously, listen, we're getting close to showtime, and I can see you guys can't stand each other much more. So I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to ask each other a question before we sign off. And I'm going with you, Tsunami, first. You have an opportunity now to ask Caden Gallows any question.
Yeah, Caden Gallows, do you seriously think that at the end of the day you are all around better than me? I know you have attributes that are better than mine. You might be a better technical wrestler because you know and you learn the ropes and you did all these things, but that doesn't matter because we're not in a wrestling ring. We're not in Iowa right now. We're in BCW. We're in my house. We're in my ring. This is my company. So do you seriously think that you're going to walk back here after leaving us for months to go and better yourself, come back, act like you are either the best in the world, and then the next week act like you're the underdog, come back and steal everything from me and think you're going to get away with it? I'm going to hurt you tonight. So do you really think you're going to walk out of here unscathed with the BCW championship? 100% confidence? 100%? Do you have 100% confidence? That's what I'm curious.
I never have 100% confidence. Every day that I go in for a match, it's a war. There's a 50-50 chance that I lose every single match. But the fact of the matter is that just like you got passion, I got passion too. And my passion's gold, weighs 40 pounds, and sits around my shoulder. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to take that title. After I beat you, I'm going to carry it through 2026. And I'll make sure your fragile little egotistical mind can't fathom that I am that much better than you. And here's my follow-up question. Do you think I'm that much better than you? Because it seems to really hurt your ego.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not better than me. I've beaten you before. And I had you beat at Scare Slam. I was going to smack that 40 pounds of wrestling gold across your face and knock you unconscious and then pin you and retain my championship. But Ace Swagger had to get his grubby, stinky little hands all over my title, a title that he will never have because he's always hiding behind you. He can never get out of your shadow. And no, you are not that much better than me. I'm a better performer than you. I'm a better wrestler than you. I'm a better talker than you. I'm a better person than you because I'm not a liar. I'm better at everything. And I'm proving it tonight at Christmas Chaos.
And that's why you're going to find out here less than 6 hours from now. It takes place 8 o'clock Eastern time on the BCW YouTube channel. And you can hit that sub button for me in case you haven't yet. It's right here. BCW, Ben Salem Championship Wrestling. All you have to do, and they've got 2,100 plus subscribers, and they're on their way to 2,500, 3,000, so on and so on. And this is the main event of the BCW Championship, which Caden Gallows holds. He'll be defending it in a no disqualification match against Tsunami, the founder of BCW. And I want to repeat, There is post BCW Christmas Chaos coverage here this Tuesday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, because Maxwell Reeves will be here live. He will be here live in prime time on the Paradise Lights, the biggest stage, right before Christmas Eve, right before you open up those Christmas presents, and he will talk about the end of his BCW career, which takes place this Saturday. He's going to talk about that opportunity. He's going to talk about everything he's done in BCW, and who knows what the future brings. Maybe he'll give us some insight. That's why you're going to want to tune into this one. I know you guys got to get going, so I'm going to give closing thoughts to you first, Tsunami, and anything else you want to plug, share, or say, my friend, and the floor is yours.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the BCW Pro Instagram, BCW YouTube channel, Ben Salem Championship Wrestling. In the main event, I'm going to take back my BCW championship. I'm going to right the wrongs of the past 2 months. I'm going to avenge myself being screwed over, myself being manipulated, lied to, made a fool of, my ego shattered, my passion, my heart ripped out of my chest, everything that I had in my life in 2025. It was taken from me by Caden Gallows, the BCW champion, and his lackey Ace Swagger. And tonight at Christmas Chaos, I'm going to start my journey on taking everything back that was taken from me, starting at the top with the BCW championship.
Well, that's certainly a reason why you want to tune in one more time. And Tsunami is on Instagram, and I would highly recommend you give him a follow. Champ, I'm giving you the last word. Obviously, looking forward to seeing you here post Christmas Chaos, but until then, before the main event, you got the last word.
I'm doing this tonight for my dear friend Maxwell Reeves. This win is going to go out to him. I'm going to make sure that he gets the proper send-off. After I beat you, even if even with the slimmest chance that I do lose to you tonight, I will still honor my wish that I made to Maxwell Reeves, and I will still give him a going-away address. And one more thing, don't even meet me in the ring. Meet me on the ramp. I want you before that bell even starts. We'll start this on the outside of the ring.
Bro! They're not even going out there in the ring in that BCW arena. It's going to be on the outside, and we know conditions right now in the BCW arena. Boy, you talk about the Bears and Packers tonight. Forget about the Bears and Packers. Forget about watching the BCF. Who wants to watch James Madison anyway? Forget about anything else you might see on TV. This is must-see TV. Forget about Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. These guys are going to unload on each other far more than what Anthony Joshua just did to Jake Paul. This is why you won't want to miss this one, and you're going to want to follow Caden Gallows on Instagram so you can keep up to date with him on all the great things that he's doing, especially now as the BCW champion. And as a reminder, one more time, Maxwell Reeves is here Tuesday night. He's going to talk about his final match against Tommy Good. He's going to talk about his career coming to an end in BCW, plus much, much more. Fellas, I want to thank you guys so much. We're certainly looking forward to seeing you guys come back on here post-Christmas Chaos. And, boy, if it's anything like what we saw today here on Sportswire Radio, I don't even know what's going to be left to you guys. But until then, thank you, fellas. As always, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys here soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, that is the one and only BCW founder Tsunami, and also the reigning, defending BCW champion Caden Gallows. These guys are going to be in the main event of what proves to be the biggest show in BCW and maybe even wrestling history. That is Christmas Chaos 3, and that'll be with Caden Gallows' BCW championship on the line in a no disqualification match. And boy, these guys said plenty. Hit the follow button for us here on Instagram for BCW. These guys' accounts also sub for us on BCW. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice figuratively and literally with all music and wrestling matters. If you're here on Sports by Radio, we'll be here tonight with Jeff Litwin, the head coach of the old Westbury Panthers women's soccer team. But until then, we'll see everybody later. Please support these guys. Watch the show. We'll have, again, one more time, post-Christmas Chaos coverage Tuesday, 4:30 p.m. with Maxwell Reeves. Thank you, everybody.